All right. Interesting little video today, everybody. Nice little conversation. Dear Rudy, long-term patron, thank you for supporting the Taco Empire. Love your videos. Don't buy much of product normally from you, just like the videos. Thank you. Appreciate that. Shill for myself. So, thank you. Are you following the VIP Double Master singles from the VIPs? The full Monty, the full art, foil, showcase, box toppers, whatever you want to call them, that you get in 2 per VIP pack. Okay. Well, obviously, I've been following a little actually because the prices are crazy low. Specifically, the bottom worst ones: Meddling Mage, Fatal Push. The 2 are I think they're the cheapest. Oh, and Phyrexian Metamorph. The bottom 3 couple VIP foil box toppers. The gentleman is simply saying, don't you think this is crazy cheap? And he's specifically pointing to these 3 cards. As of the filming of this video, Meddling Mage, the Showcase VIP Fancy Card foil, only available in the VIP product, is about $10 a card. So we're going to start with Meddling Mage here. He wants to know, obviously, should he park some of his money or spend thousands of dollars trying to buy them out because they're underpriced? Eventually the market's going to reinflate, blah, blah, blah. That's essentially what he's asking me about. For those of you who just want to do the old double thumbs down and leave, the answer to your question is no. I do not believe these are investable long-term items when they are in loose card form. If they are left sealed as individual packs or by the case, that's a different conversation. For today's video, the nasty truth is not because the cards don't look good and not because they're cheap. It's actually because what's coming down the road. The problem is when you look at a card like Meddling Mage or Phyrexian Metamorph, when you look at these 2 particular cards, they look beautiful. They're gorgeous cards. And for $10 a card, what is the game plan here? So do we want to spend thousands and build a position of 1, 2, 300 cards of each? 500 copies? What are we trying to do? Do we want to buy slowly? Do we want to accumulate a large position of these? Okay, why do you want a large position? Well, Rudy, these seem really cheap, right? Okay, well, what do you think they are worth then? Well, there's a consensus that some of these VIP cards, even the worst ones, should be $20, $30 a card. Or $40 or $50, half the price of a VIP pack. Here's where I step away and why this is not something for me. Some of these cards probably will reinflate one day. Some of them will continue to drop lower. By the time you guys watch this video, I know most of you are going to type in Meddling Mage, Foil, TCG Player, Near Mint. You're probably going to see, and I wouldn't be surprised, the price of Meddling Mage goes from 10 to maybe up to 15 or goes lower to $5, $6. That's part of the game. But here's the problem. Long term, Wizards is on, this is the modern flashy era of Magic the Gathering. It's not about how good or bad the card is. There's always going to be a new version with fancier, flashier, different flavor of the month hype train art. Because of that, these cards no longer as an individual single card form, in my opinion, retain any long-term collectible or investable value. If you want to collect the complete set because they're cool looking and they're beautiful, I don't blame you. A cool full set of the VIA, just to enjoy it and put them in a nice binder and look how cool they look, I agree. I hear you loud and clear. Now, doing this because it's a place to park money or invest, evil investors, beautiful 3% young ladies, no, this is a firm, that's a hard stop no for me. The risk level does not justify the reward, period. Because let's actually, you know what? Let's jump over to Fatal Push. Let's pick on that one. Fatal Push. So in the regular version, in the VIP, not the showcase version, the regular version of the VIP packs, I swear I was seeing foil Fatal Pushes in the uncommon slot all the time. Now a foil uncommon Fatal Push from Aether Revolt, would probably be $20, $30 a card. Because the regular uncommons were like $5, $10 for an uncommon. It was unbelievable. So now the foil Fatal Pushes in VIP packages are like $2. $2, everybody. That's a 90% decline from the Aether Revolt of pulling a foil Fatal Push. Yeah, I know. So obviously, one side of the emotional spectrum says, holy crap, what a bloodbath. The other side says, oh my God, it's already so low. How much downside risk do we have? I mean, you start to kind of say, wow, I could buy 100 copies for $250 shipped? That seems really cheap. The issue is it's cheap for a reason, because there are so many floating around. They don't have homes. These cards are looking for a place to go to, and there's just too much of it. It's not special anymore. A foil Fatal Push means nothing. The only Fatal Push that anyone wants now is the foil Full Monty Near Mint Fatal Push showcase card from VIP. That's the top tier version. And I'm sure there's even a Fatal Push promo or anything, or maybe an F&M or a Judge promo or anything. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's the difference between 2017 Aether Revolt and 2020 modern flashy era post War of the Spark, this new modern era of product. It's a massive game changer. We've been talking about this. For those who've been keeping up on the videos, we've been having a lot of discussions lately about how much things are changing, and we all need to be very careful with it. So this gentleman is asking, well, specifically on these cards, if he bought 100 or 500 copies of each of these bottom 3 VIP foil showcase cards, is there long-term potential for him? And now, it's possible. I mean, the Fatal Pushes were $15-20 at the low right now. So as I'm filming this video, they're probably 15. By the time you guys watch this video, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Fatal Push showcase VIP back up to 20, maybe down to 10, because there's no way to know. The supply keeps coming to the market because people are trying to raise money for the next hype train, which is Zendikar coming soon. You see my point? So even if you put a ton of money into these Fatal Pushes at $15, $10 a card, $20 a card, in order to have any form of, do you really think in 1 year it's going to be 30% higher so you can sell it net fees and make 10% a year or something? Do you really think in the future that it's going to be $30, $40, $50, $60 in 5-10 years? And if you believe that, my next question to you is, why wouldn't Wizards keep reprinting Fatal Push? I mean, you actually don't think Fatal Push is going to be in a secret lair? I can guarantee you Fatal Push will eventually be in a secret lair. That is a textbook type of card that's going to be in a secret lair. It's going to hit it. Whether it does it this year in 2021 or 2025, it's going to be reprinted, even sold singly. Singly? Yeah, we're going with that. You see what I'm saying? You don't think there's going to be a triple Masters and more specialty reprint modern sets? You don't think there's going to be more VIP $200, $150 packs coming after the success of this? See what I'm getting at? So to answer the original patron's question of, Rudy, these cards are too cheap. I'm thinking about putting money into this for long term. I don't have any problem with anybody buying a playset or collecting these type of cards because they're beautiful and it's a cool thing. But when you use the term, I'm trying to invest and park money for growth long term, I don't agree. I got to respectfully disagree, and that's a hard stop for me because I just don't think that these cards are investable long term. Any of them, even the Force of Will, the top tier. And my reasoning behind it is because Wizards is going to continue to extract the equity of all these new cards. There will always be a newer, flashier, hotter version of the card. I never thought, and I guess I'm kind of angry at myself because I never thought after Ultimate Masters, when we saw those box toppers in Ultimate Masters, that was such a huge game changer. To see the Liliana, the Tarmogoyf, the Snappy, and the Ultimate Masters box top, those were the king of the kings. And now, compared to these VIP showcase, those look diluted. They look weak. And because we've been rewired to accept a different level of flashiness in, big hits and, kind of that endorphin rush. And that's the dangerous thing. I know it's kind of off topic, but that is a similar conversation that psychologists will use with adrenaline junkies or gambling or people who look at adult activities on the internet. Can't say the word. It's the same concept. It rewires the brain where you want and need more and more to get that pleasure release. And we saw that from Ultimate Masters going into VIP now. So because of that one reason, I don't care about Fatal Push. I don't care about the cheapest cards. I don't care about Meddling Mage. My rationale has nothing to do with the cards today. It's because of my expectations of Wizards coming in the next couple years. That's my problem. That's the reason I'm bearish. Not because the cards are beautiful and they're actually collectible. It's because I know they have to keep raising the bar. Otherwise, Papa Hasbro is going to slap them with a taco. So you must keep this in mind, everybody. Be careful. So it's a hard no. Do not invest in single cards of new stuff.